What's going on, everybody? This is the Undisputed Champ Sports Podcast. Thank you guys for listening, where we talk about all things wrestling. I am the host, Preston, and I'm joined by none other than the one and only Thumbs Up Tommy. Let the people know how you feel.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, whatever you want to call it. It's the one and only Thumbs Up Tommy, and we are going to talk about our wrestling buddies over across the pond in NXT UK.
UK, mate. Yo, I
Cheerios.
want to check on Rap Genius to see what that rapper's saying in the beginning. All I hear is genius. Like, I don't know what he's saying, but it sounds crazy. Like, I want to know.
I mean, like I haven't like sat down and paid attention to the point of what, like, trying to actually listen to the lyrics, but it sounds dope.
Whoever he's rapping about, he is killing them. That's all I know. He's killing them.
Yeah, for real.
But anyways,
He's rapping in double time, all that shit. But yeah, that's besides the point.
he was going in. I like that. I like the music. But without further ado, I don't have the card. Tommy usually has a card for this, so we're gonna let this man steer the ship for us, and we're gonna just enjoy the ride.
Yes. So the show opens up with management in the ring, which is Johnny Saint, the general manager, and his assistant Sid Scala. They're talking about that they received some awesome news, which is that they were granted having Pete Dunne defend the NXT UK Championship, the best looking belt in WWE right now.
Facts.
At NXT TakeOver in New York. So now they said that basically they were invited to let Pete Dunne defend it, and they said sure. They said that was the easy question. The hard question was figuring out who his opponent will be. So before they even said anything else, Pete Dunne's music hits. Mm-hmm. He just walks out. Did he grab a microphone? I don't think he did.
I don't remember him grabbing a mic.
Yeah, like, cause I didn't hear a word he said, but I guess like he said it loud enough under the crowd's cheering that Johnny Saint and Sid Scala heard it, and they said that according to them, they said that he said three simple words: "I want Walter."
Nice.
And yeah, so basically that's who he has chosen to be his opponent, and I cannot wait for that match.
Yes, I can't wait to see how this will turn out, because it's going to be very interesting how the Bruiserweight will try to take down Walter. Now, obviously we saw Walter have some weaknesses before in a match with one of the Coffee Brothers, but I just want to see how interesting it's going to be for the Bruiserweight to try to do that to him, and for him to resist and see how he'll be able to take those chops, because those things are devastating. You want to talk about collapsed lungs, get chopped in the chest by Walter a couple times, you'll have it. Don't worry.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Amazon Prime.
Man, I cannot wait. Amazon Prime.
Yeah, crazy.
And yeah, so after that we had a couple of, well, it's kind of like a 2-for-1 backstage segment, because it was originally an interview with Toni Storm, NXT UK Women's Champion. They were asking her about what Ginny had to say about her last week, which she basically used that to segue into a promo about how her and Ginny are so different from each other. She's like, look, I actually have gold here, while Ginny looks like the only gold that she has is gold that mommy and daddy can buy for her.
Oh, yeah. And she's like, nah, she finally has to work for something. She has to work for it.
Yeah.
Was that enough? Tony was getting spicy.
Oh, yeah. She was getting spicy. So then, they were going to cut the camera as Toni Storm walked off, and Rhea Ripley storms up the stairs. He's like, wait. You're not done rolling. I got something to say. And Rhea Ripley just ripped into Xia Brookside, basically saying that she was not fond of the choice words that Xia Brookside had for her last week. And she was like, you can talk about how you're going to do this, that, and the third, but the fact is that I will tear you apart again if you ever step to me in the ring again.
I don't know what it is about the UK accent. It just makes things sound a lot more aggressive and a lot more professional than what it really is. Especially for Rhea Ripley, whenever she talks, man, it just sounds so much more aggressive when she talks.
Well, for the record, she has an Aussie accent. She's Australian,
She's
but yeah.
Australian, absolutely. You're right. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to differentiate my accents, but as a avid watcher of NXT UK, I need to start doing that. It's too much going on.
Don't feel bad. Like I don't know how to differentiate the accent either. But like I do know enough about her and Tony Storm to know that they're they're from the Aussie region.
Yeah, Tony Storm definitely is. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So after that, we got into tonight's first match, which was a match we were looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We didn't quite get what we wanted though, but we did get a good match.
It was Ligero versus a returning Eddie Dennis.
He's back, baby.
Yes. The most sadistic big man in NXT UK is back, and we didn't get to see him swing Ligero around by his horns or tear him off.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Bro, I would have died laughing if I would have seen that.
That would be crazy. And he gets a T-shirt with the icon of his Ligero's mask with the horns ripped off on it. That would be so perfect.
But in any case, the match was fun to watch. You know, it was something that we were treated to because it wasn't a squash match. Mm-hmm. It was actually fairly competitive, which I was hoping for a competitive match because I did not want, even though I wanted Eddie Dennis to win, I didn't want Ligero to job out to him.
Yeah, I agree. It was like an equal balance of showing the strength and aggressiveness of Eddie Dennis while at the same time sustaining how good Ligero is. It didn't make Ligero look weak. It helped Eddie Dennis a lot, which is what they should have done with Wolfgang Puck.
Facts.
And I know I keep saying Puck, but until you guys give him his rightful position and do what you need to do, I'm not going to call him by what he's supposed to be called by. If they would just do him the right way, just like they did Eddie Dennis, then I will look at him a lot better. To me, Wolfgang is like the weakest big guy in there. But that's neither here nor there. I'm glad Eddie Dennis is back. I missed him. Yes. Now let's bring back Dave Mastiff and let him do something too.
Yes, let's bring back Bomber Dave Mastiff. Now, one thing I will say, and I love how they played this because Ligero's not exactly a small guy. He's fairly tall.
Mm-hmm.
But I love how they tried to do the big guy, little guy dynamic where, you know, Ligero, and then this goes tying into, you know, what they've been saying about him for months, how he's like a seasoned veteran and a staple in the UK pro wrestling scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like he knows he's not gonna be able to go tit for tat, blow for blow with Eddie Dennis.
Of course not.
You know, he can't go into a slugfest with Eddie Dennis. So right off the bat, he tries to use his speed to his advantage, going for the knees and so on and so forth. And you know, I think that Ligero's downfall in the match was at one point when Dennis was on the outside,
mm-hmm.
and I think he did a flip or something like that. That he went toward the yeah. He was on the apron. He jumped on his shoulders and did a Hurricane Rana. And the way that he landed, I think he tweaked his left ankle because after that he was favoring it for the rest of the match.
Yeah, I saw that. Good story.
Yeah, you saw he was kind of limping, like he wasn't moving around as nimbly as he did before that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely did notice that.
Yeah, Eddie capitalizes on that, and he picks up the win with what's the name? Yeah, the next stop drop or something like that. What's it called? His finisher?
That sounds pretty close. I'm not familiar with his finisher.
Yeah. Real quick, I'm just gonna Google it just so I can know.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't be on TV for so long. We start forgetting y'all finishers.
Yeah. Let's see if there is
Next Stop Driver.
There you go. Next Stop Driver. There you go. I knew it was something close to that.
NSD.
Yep, the NSD for short. But yeah, so that was the first match, which was fun, and the next after that we had a quick segment basically because, you know, I don't know if it's just to be funny or if they're trying to tease dissension between Amir Jordan and Kenny Williams. where Kenny was working out, and you see Amir come up to him. He's like, "Hey, can you go ask me? Now that we've got 2 wins under our belts, can you go ask for a championship match? This, that, whatever." And he was like, "You're always asking me to dance. Now you ask me to get a championship match." He's like, "I'll tell you what. When you can do one of these, I think he was doing chin-ups or pull-ups, one or the other. Anyway, he's like, if you can do one of these without any help, then I'll see what I can do." He's like, and he was all happy when he did it. He's all, "So you're finally gonna dance now?" And then Kenny looks at him like, "Really?" Yeah, like it really didn't serve anything to elevate a storyline per se, but to me it was funny.
Yeah, it was pretty hilarious. I like Amir Jordan.
Yeah, he's like a, I would say kind of like an actually funny Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So after that, we had the what was the tag team name? I forgot their name, the actual group name, but it
Oh, you
was
talking about between?
Sam Stoker and Lewis Howley
Mhm.
versus Primate J Melrose and Wild Boar Mike Hutch, aka The Hunt.
Yeah, the Hunt. Hmm.
You know what's funny? I don't know why I didn't see them joining forces sooner, but it's cool.
I mean, it makes sense because they're both technically animals.
Yep, different kinds of animals, but yeah,
Yeah,
different wild animals nonetheless. It was a squash match. There was nothing there.
yeah.
I will say I like their finisher because it's kind of like how KO would do a pop-up power bomb, but instead of like catching your opponent yourself and dropping them,
Hmm.
he launched them into his partner's arms.
I like the fact that WWE is trying to get really creative with these tag team finishers. Like for better or for
Hmm.
worse, at least the attempt is there.
Yep,
Absolutely.
that is a fact. But yeah, definitely, there wasn't much to say about that match, so let's move on.
Yeah.
So after that, we had Cassius Ohno making his NXT UK debut,
Was it his debut?
and
I thought he had a match with Walter before.
no, because yeah, they said his debut. I think they botched that, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, so he returned to NXT UK. Thank you for correcting me because I was about to run with it. So he had his NXT UK return per se, and his opponent was somebody we hadn't seen in a while, Ashton Smith.
I know. I forgot about that guy. It's been a while. It's been a couple months since
I don't even remember the last match he had.
that was the match he had. But it was him. I think he was going against.
Him, Webster, and Andrews versus Gallus before they were Gallus.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you're right. Anyway, so this match it was a little back and forth. Like it wasn't exactly a squash match, and Ono wins with his rolling elbow, whatever you want to call it. But I think that Ashton kind of botched it at the same time. I think he turned around a little too much because usually when Cassius does that, it's like when Kenny Omega does that ripcord knee that it starts off somewhat in the same position. He turns you around, you get kneed in the face.
Hmm.
That's how Cassius is supposed to do that rolling elbow or forearm, whatever you want to call it, and he ended up hitting Ashton in the back of his head. So I think that Ashton Smith kind of botched it, and he turned a little too much to the point where he had his back turned to Cassius.
Yeah, I did kind of notice that too.
Yeah, you could tell there was a botch there. It wasn't like a life-threatening botch, but it's like you could tell that something happened there that wasn't supposed to.
Right.
And after that, you see Cassius Ohno. He's trying to do the whole fist bump thing, like, "Hey, good match, bro," type thing. But in Ashton's defense, I'm pretty sure he was laid out. He didn't know what the hell was going on. I guess Ono kind of took it as disrespectful that he didn't fist bump him back.
Hmm.
So he clocked him with a cheap shot with another rolling elbow
Yeah, I
and knocked
mean,
his ass out.
that's common sense. Like, why would you even trust Cassius Ono? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand
I
that.
mean, I don't even think it was so much about trusting him. I think it was more about that Ashton Smith was kind of like out on his feet, like he didn't know what was going on, and then he just got hit with a cheap shot.
I wouldn't fist bump Cassius Ono either. I just get out the ring. I'm not about to like fall right into
Yeah.
that.
So then, what's his name? You see that Cassius very disrespectfully walks over Ashton Smith, like basically saying you ain't shit. And then as he's walking off, you see that Travis Banks comes out and kind of glares a hole into him, like, yo, what the hell's wrong with you? And which Travis Banks is an interesting one because, if we glossed over it last week, but there was a promo last week where Cassius was basically running down the entire NXT UK roster saying how they're not real British strong style, that they just got handed an opportunity and that he's going to come and show them what real British strong style is. He's like, and y'all should feel embarrassed that an American is going to show you real British strong style.
It's pretty disrespectful.
Yeah. So, what's his name? Banks goes and tries to check on him, Ashton Smith, as he's entering the ring. Cassius Ono tries to act like he's gonna pull a fast one on him, but he turns around and sees him. He sees the wannabe sneak attack coming. So, foreshadowing of a feud right there.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I'm trying to figure out what exactly they're trying to do with Cassius Ono right now. Like, just period. I mean, I know he's probably gonna have a feud with Travis Banks. This is one of the things. This is including this in the outside of everything else. I would want NXT UK to develop a story. We need a feud with the story. We got feuds going on right now, but we need something with some type of storyline going through it. And I think that's one thing that NXT UK is missing right now that I really want them to have. I mean, it's cool to have somebody have feuds and go back and forth and not like each other because they fought, but there isn't really anything substantial with a backstory or anything going on between two people other than one person beat the other person up in the ring and that's it. Like, I want to see
Yeah.
something more than just that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they can still develop it more, but if I'm not mistaken, I think Cassius actually name dropped Travis when he was like he specifically went out of his way to mention Travis when he was running down the entire NXT UK roster.
Yeah, and I do remember that part. But I would like to know what reason. I know we're gonna get it, but I want to see like some type of like a story. I don't want just
Yeah,
two people just mad at each other. So we're just gonna wrestle every week. Just put like a story or something behind it.
definitely.
Like
Yeah,
the Mastiff and Dennis thing. That was great. Like we need something
yeah,
like that again. That was great. I love that.
yes, yes. Speaking of, where the hell is Dave Mastiff?
I have no clue. He's probably on the live shows or something like that. Who knows?
Probably.
Because I know they're on tour.
Yeah. Yeah, but he needs to come back. I miss seeing Dave Mastiff. He's great. And after that, we had a quick but very well executed promo from Gallus,
Yes.
which it was really just Joe Coffey talking. I think Mark Coffey was next to him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they were talking about refocusing Gallus and coming back stronger than ever, which I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if that means Wolfgang's gonna step it up and carry his own weight, because he's dead weight for the Coffee Brothers right now.
They may have to kick him out. Like I'm at that point.
Hey,
They may have to just kick him out, bro. He gotta go. He gotta go.
hey, Coffee Brothers, if you're listening, we got a 2-for-1 deal. Kick Wolfgang out, let me impress him in.
That I will hope for that, or kick him out and add Dennis to the group. Like do something with that. That would be good.
Oh, that would be good, like on paper, but I don't think it would fit their what's it called? Their
The personality and stuff.
not even that, because Eddie Dennis has that like snarling personality, but it's just like the dynamic of the group. Because right now, Gallus, all three of them are from Scotland,
Oh yeah,
and
and Eddie Dennis is Welsh,
Eddie's from Wales, so that wouldn't exactly fit their, their demographic.
so it has to be a Scottish person to be in that group.
I mean, like they can flip it if they really wanted to, but then again, it's like, you know, I just think that it will be a stark contrast to actually add someone who's Welsh or from Wales or whatever, to a group that's based from guys from Scotland.
Drew McIntyre, bam, fixed it. No, I was playing. Don't do that. That's messed up. I wouldn't do that to Drew. He don't deserve that. But even though I like the Coffee Brothers, but Drew's,
He'll know him Dar,
yeah, that'll work. But
which technically he's already a heel, so that could work.
he's not. Yeah, he doesn't have that butch body though. Like Wolfgang. See, they ruined Wolfgang, man. I
Well, let him. Hey, let. And I mean, I think it could work because Noam Dar is a nice contrast to the Coffee Brothers. Plus,
he could be the
you
talker.
know, he could be the talk. I mean, nah, not really, because Joe Coffey can talk for
He's talk
himself
pretty good.
and for his
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, that's true.
Joe Coffey's well spoken, so they don't really need him as a talker. They just need him like I guess you could say a contrast of styles per se.
Yeah,
That's what they would need Dar
you
for.
beat
But
the
anyway,
Coffee Brothers. Yeah,
yeah, get rid of Alicia Fox.
Alicia Fox.
But yeah, so moving on because we've basically beaten this horse to death. Main event: Tyler Bate versus
James Drake.
And once again, no Liverpool's number
Yeah,
one.
what the? Come on, like this is getting ridiculous. I was like, man, I know I'm going blind because James Drake this is the perfect reason to have him out there. James Drake is in the ring. I don't see that guy nowhere. What is going on? I don't understand.
I don't know, man. They're messing it up right now. Come on, we need Liverpool's number one.
He could have at least came in and introduced this guy, said something about Bate. Like it would have been perfect. Even if he just said something simple. I don't care. Like just have him say something.
Exactly. Just have Liverpool's number one there to cut a promo, please.
Yeah. That would have been dope. But I did like this match. It actually made James Drake look really good as a singles competitor. I liked it. It wasn't like over the top, but it was just like enough for me.
Yeah, like I like how they kind of sold the story that I guess people before they won the tag team titles were kind of doubting James Drake, saying that he could be the weak link for him and Zach Gibson. But then he showed out at TakeOver Blackpool, so I thought that was cool. And then, like his style, like at least to me, meshed very well with Tyler Bates' style, very well.
I agree.
It was hard hitting, technical. They did some flying around, like they did a little bit of everything.
Yep, and then Tyler Bate came out victorious.
Yep. One half of Mustache Mountain, a.k.a. a third of British Strong Style won.
Which really isn't a bad thing. I mean, I guess as long as they keep winning as a tag team,
Like,
I think they'll be fine.
it wasn't a bad thing. It wasn't a bad thing, but truth be told, I was kind of hoping for James Drake to win that match. Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like Mustache Mountain has taken a couple of losses recently, too.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Tyler Bate can afford a loss right now.
You think so?
Yeah, like as a singles competitor, I think he can afford a loss. And James Drake, I feel like he's still trying to prove himself as a singles competitor, so every win counts.
Okay, because I feel like Mustache Mountain has lost a lot lately. I don't even remember. What's the last match they actually won? Because they lost at Blackpool. They lost at NXT.
That's a good question.
They lost at the Dusty Rhodes tournament. So
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, but those are tag team losses. It's not like
a singles one. Yeah, it's not as impactful.
A singles loss for Bate.
Yeah.
Now, if Bate starts losing all over the place in singles matches, then I'd be a little worried. But right now, I think Tyler Bate could have afforded the loss.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But in any case, that about wraps up our NXT UK review. What would you rate it, Preston?
I will give it a. I'll give it a B plus.
B plus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little higher, say A minus.
It's A minus. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's actually very good. So definitely be happy if thumbs up Tommy gives you an A minus. That's like a halfway thumbs up, like if it's sideways.
Absolutely.
And definitely the last thing that they saw was they cut to the back and they saw Johnny Saint and Sid Scala and Walter walking off. So they confirmed that at Takeover New York is gonna be Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, defending his WWE United Kingdom Championship against the Ring General Walter.
Dun, 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 dun. I can't wait to see
There
that
you
match.
go. I knew I see I did that just for you because I knew you were gonna break out in the song.
That's gonna be my ringtone. I gotta get that as my ringtone. Just not
You
the whole
should.
first part, just the part where it starts to escalate, because that whole beginning part is a little
Yeah.
too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
part is crazy, and then the whole audience be singing with them. It's crazy.
Man, I could not wait. And definitely, so that is our grades for NXT UK. Stay tuned for next week when we do it all over again.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Please hit the subscribe, like, and please comment and let us know what you guys think. We appreciate it.
Yes, and make sure to share it.
We saw a lot of you guys, or I saw a lot of you guys actually started to watch the Raw review we did on YouTube. So don't forget to check us out on YouTube. If you guys don't want to watch the video on YouTube, you don't have YouTube Red or anything to listen to it,